Walt Disney is one of the most well-known and most influential producers and entrepreneurs of all time. Walt Disney was an American motion picture and television producer and showman, famous as a pioneer of cartoon films and as the creator of Disneyland. Walter E. Disney was born on December 5th in 1901 in Hermosa, Illinois. He and his brother Roy co-founded Walt Disney Productions, which became one of the best-known motion picture production companies in the world. Disney was an innovative animator and created the cartoon character Mickey Mouse, along with many other famous characters. He won 22 Academy Awards during his lifetime and was the founder of theme parks Disneyland and Walt Disney World. He produced a total of 657 movies, including Winnie the Pooh, Mary Poppins, 101 Dalmatians, Cinderella and all of the other Disney princess movies, and of course the Mickey and Minnie Mouse series. He and his staff created numerous fictional characters, including Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and Goofy. Disney himself was the original voice of Mickey Mouse. The beginning of Disney's successful journey began when he worked at the Kansas City Film Ad Company, where he made commercials based on cutout animation. Around this time, Disney began experimenting with a camera, doing hand-drawn cell animation, and decided to open his own animation business. Walt and his only employee, Fred Harmon, made a deal with a local Kansas City theater to screen their cartoons, which they called Laugh-O-Grams. The cartoons were hugely popular, and Disney was able to acquire his own studio, upon which he bestowed the same name. Eventually, their studio had to become burdened with debt, and Disney was forced to declare bankruptcy. Walt and his brother Roy saved money and finally moved to Hollywood in California. In Hollywood, the brothers invented a character called Oswald the Lucky Rabbit and contracted the shorts at $1,500 each. In 1925, Disney hired an ink and paint artist named Lillian Bounds. After a brief courtship, the couple married. A few years later, Walt and his employees discovered that a former employee had stolen the rights to Oswald, along with all of Disney's animators. Right away, the Disney brothers and their new employees began creating new characters, one of which was Mickey Mouse. Walt was the voice of Mickey, and it was an instant sensation. Disney was also among the first to use television as an entertainment medium. He created several commercials and also had Sunday shows. Disney's $17 million Disneyland theme park, also known as the happiest place on earth, opened in California during the summer of 1955 with help from actor and future U.S. President Ronald Reagan. After a crazy opening day involving several mishaps, the site became known as a place where children and their families could explore, go on rides, and meet the Disney characters. In a very short amount of time, the park had increased its investment tenfold and was entertaining tourists from around the world. With the original site having some attendance up and downs over the years, Disneyland has expanded its rides over time and branched out globally with parks in Tokyo, Paris, and Hong Kong. Walt Disney has impacted American history in many positive ways with his inventions. Walt was such a historical hero that he was put on the 6 cent stamp in 1968. Walt Disney was well liked because he thought that laughter was America's greatest export. He helped children believe that dreams really did come true. Because of his many amazing creations and all of his hard work, Walt Disney was and still continues to be an upstander in American history.